the rest of the counties, the rest of the constituencies have TVET institution so that we can achieve this man that I have spoken about. Secondly, that we must achieve. And the government is at the forefront in ensuring that we have quality equipment to be able to craft these young people to what they must be. And practical equipment for that matter. The other day, I came to launch a whole value chain machinery for fish at Mawego National Polytechnic, where we have a system that will be able to value add fish right from the eggs all the way to the export market. And at KISUMU National Polytechnic, for this constituency, we have an apparel factory that again is going to buy the local cotton all the way to the sale of the material in the market. And therefore, that is the sustainable, that is the sustainability of development, even in this constituency and in this county that we are talking about. And finally, for us as a ministry, we are ensuring that our young people are trained from industry, with industry, for industry. This is what we mean. We are no longer in the business of training young people theories. We are coming up with occupational standards from industries. We are crafting the right curricula, and we are ensuring that we involve the same industry in training our young people. And therefore, our young people will be industry ready to go and do what it is that we must do in this country for sustainability and for development of our country. The cabinet passed the dual training policy the other day, which my department is making sure they put in place to ensure that our young people are industry ready. And when we have a whole pool of young people well-crafted, then we will encourage a lot of people to come and invest in this country, because like I began by saying, a technically trained man is the most important factor in industrializing our country. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to me.
Let's give a round of applause to the PS. Makofi kwa PS tafadhali. Thank you so much, PS Esther. Ladies and gentlemen, the PS is talking about sustainability. And I'm glad the narrative is changing. We are talking about sustainable development. We are talking about sustainable growth, not just growth. 5 days ago, I traveled on a road that was constructed 5 years ago. And when this road was constructed, everybody was happy and celebrated the construction. Unfortunately, 5 days ago, I walked through the same road, and the road is impassable. The road is full of potholes. Now, this forum gives us an opportunity to ask ourselves tough questions. Governors can ask our professionals, when we give you a job to do our roads, why do you do a shoddy job? Is that sustainability? Is that how we are going to sustain our region? So ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about sustainability in everything that we are doing. We are still continuing with the topic of education and creative economy. And right now, we want to move to the second panelist who is going to showcase to us about the role of online learning in enhancing education, helping ease access to education in the quest to develop manpower for socioeconomic growth and development. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands and bring on stage Professor Elijah Omwenga, who is the Vice Chancellor, Open University of Kenya. Makofi kwa Professor Elijah as he comes. Prof.
Thank you, moderator. The cabinet secretaries present, the governors here present, the members of parliament, permanent secretaries, MCAs, other leaders, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. As you've heard, my name is Elijah Mwenga, currently serving as the acting vice chancellor of the Open University of Kenya. I'm going to speak to the subject that I've been given here very briefly, the issue of online learning and how we can use that to empower the youth. I have a statistic that I want to give. 5 million youth of our Kenyans, representing about 29% of the age bracket between 15 and 34, are neither in employment nor in education or training. We call NEET. That means this youth potential and energy need to be harnessed. That is the reason for the Open University of Kenya, a university that is chartered to offer public education, higher education across the country and even beyond. The university is about 1 year old, and the objective is to demystify higher education through 5 critical principles. The first is to ensure that inclusivity, which is at the core of our constitution, is adhered to. So inclusivity here means anybody who wants to come to higher education is most welcome to enroll on account of your grades which you may have acquired earlier in your life. It does not matter what you achieved, but at the Open University of Kenya, we recognize prior learning and experience. That is the first one in this part of the world. If you didn't have a C+, 5, 6 years when you did your exam, this is the time for you to come on board, given that you may have had experience over the years. The second important aspect that addresses that issue of unemployment of the youth is flexibility. The Open University of Kenya offers flexible mode of delivery. We don't require you to come to campus. We enroll you and do your studies from home. Where there are needs for practical aspects of the programs, we offer virtual classrooms through virtual laboratories. We've also partnered with our colleagues across the country to help us on areas where practicals are needed. But most of the programs we are offering require theoretical foundations with experience from the industry. So we have enlisted the best brains in the country to come and offer technical aspects of every program that we offer through experience and entrepreneurship. The third very important principle that is anchored on the issue of digitalization is access. We have used technology of the highest kind to ensure that our programs are accessible at every stage of our country and beyond from various devices. You can access our programs from your mobile phones, from your laptops, and any other device that you have those programs in. So we are utilizing the existing digital infrastructure that is expanding in our country to offer higher education. And the fourth is affordability. The Open University of Kenya is premised on the principle of ensuring that nobody is left behind. Our fee is about 1/3 of what the other universities are charging, and we eschew the principles of the highest quality. What we have done at the Open University, we have curated programs using the best brains, the best professors, so that our programs encapsulate those great minds into various assets that we used to deliver. So I want to urge every one of you, all the leaders present here, we'll be giving a score sheet on how counties are doing in terms of enrollment to this university that is massifying education, higher education across the globe. So far, we have 3,000 students whom we have in 9 programs already, which have been put together to address diverse areas, ranging from data science, using data to make decisions, issues